Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, um, people of all ages. Welcome again to another MF3 showcase. You know, I'm just in the mood. I'm drawing some boneyard characters and kind of want to keep it up. So I'm going to be drawing Jazzy today. And make sure tomorrow I'm going to be at the farmer's market. If you want to come down and see the boneyard stuff in person, it's awesome. And it's in Upland, California. You could also see my work at the Grace Gallery down in Laguna Beach. Definitely, if you're in Laguna, you definitely have to stop by and see it because it's like, I mean, the back door opens to the beach, and it's so beautiful. It's so crazy. But definitely go down and see it. But today, like I said, we're gonna start off and we're gonna be doing a character called Jazzy. Okay. We will take a look at him right now. Cha-cha. Now, Jazzy's a cool character, and I'll tell you why. When I was a kid, probably I don't know, high school or so. Anyway, when I was in high school, I moved from Sunland, California to Rialto. Now, back then, believe it or not, I was a break dancer. I liked it. It was cool. But I would do graffiti. You kind of notice it in Bare Bones because Bare Bones has the name and it's done in old 80s style graffiti. And so, like I said, I used to do graffiti all the time. Now, I didn't do it on walls or anything like that. And that's a funny story because my mom basically said if she was going to ever see my style on the walls, that she was going to break every one of my fingers. So I was like, all right, I definitely then won't be doing it on any walls anytime soon. So I did not do it on any walls. But I did it on shirts with liquid embroidery, and I did it for people all the time. So anyway, I used to do these b-boys, and that's where Jazzy comes from, because I used to do it all the time on shirts and all sorts of that, and paper and you name it. So when I came up with Jazzy here, I wanted to kind of give homage to all that stuff I used to do. So that's why he has that kind of graffiti look to him, because it's what I wanted to get out of it, is this old school, b-boy kind of look with Jazzy. And like I said, I used to do all sorts of characters. I used to do rats, and everyone was big into New York back then, so I was always doing things like that. but it was a fun time in my life. So anyway, so like I said, I used to do all these different characters, which was cool. And it's funny because, back then we had, these gloves and all that stuff, and the suits, the jumpsuits, and the shoes. So anyway, that's why he has that kind of hip hop look, because he kind of does. Now with Jazzy, he shows up in a couple pieces. He's in the backyard barbecue. Um, and you could see him looking over the fence. That's him. And he's also in Bare Bones. He's dancing on the dance floor. He's tutting. He's also on the Wishbone. He's on that. And he's a good friend of Bob's, even though his music is all hip hop and Bob is like, punk rock and roll. But in the end, they've been friends again since high school. Never wanted to be in C8. That wasn't his thing. But he went to high school with Bob and T-Bone. Just took a different path, right? So but he's a pretty cool dude. He's like I said, he's not a rapper, but he loves hip hop. It'd be too easy for me to make him a rapper. You know what I mean? It just would be too easy, so that's why I didn't. Because I thought, that would be way too easy to make him a rapper. Because then all stereotypical, and the fact that here's a guy that likes hip hop and he's a rapper. So I chose not to do that. But he, like I said, good friend of Bob's. And it's funny because Bob seems to know a lot of people still from high school. That's his thing. But you never pin Bob down on anything. You think that you can, and you think, well, I can peg him down into like admitting that, he's not this crazy harsh guy, and maybe he's just, this nice dude that, cares for people and, isn't just this, hard rock dude, you'd think, right? You could think that, maybe he's just a nice guy. Hey, what's up, Bob? Now, the Boneyard. I'm going to be talking about the Boneyard. So when I'm going to be talking about the boneyard, I'm going to be talking about you, right? I mean, that's just normal, right? I'm going to be talking about you. You, Cotton Candy, T-Bone, Jazzy, all your friends. No, don't give me that look. Come on, dude. This is part of what you are, part of who you are, man. You just chill out and enjoy the ride, man. Where's Cotton Candy? That's what I want to know. Because she's the more sensible of you two. Hey, what's up, Cotton Candy? I know. He's a unique guy. I get it. He's a unique guy. But you need to calm him down. This whole world has to do with you guys. So you should just kick back and enjoy it. Do what you do, do. Just take some pictures. There you go. There you go. All right, I'm going to go back to drawing it, and then we'll talk about it later. All right. Whew. All right. Anyway, so he's always liked hip hop. He's always you know, he's always dug the music. Loves music, loves hanging out with family. Like I said, he hasn't been in too many pieces. With him, like I said, it was kind of like like I said, just a throwback to my childhood. Really, that's really what it was. It's just a throwback because I used to draw these guys all the time. All the time. Now, back in the day, I mean, you always had to match all your suit, your Kangos, your Gazelles, all had to match. That's funny. I went to high school with a guy named, well, I don't know if I want to say his name, but um, and it's like I don't even know if he'd ever remember me, but he's a big music producer now. Anyway, he was a really cool guy. Him and his brother helped me out of some jams. But like I said back then, man, I thought I was going to be breakdancing for life, It was so funny when you think of things. And this goes to all like the kids, right? You know, you tell your mom, I'm going to be doing this for life. When your mom kind of laughs, it's not because she doesn't support you. It's just that lots of times when we're young, we say that. We just do, you know? You know what I mean? I really did. I thought I was going to be breakdancing for life. But that is so not, so not what happened. But anyway, yeah, I used to do like subway trains and everything. And it was so funny because, not funny, I look at it now and I think, you know, that was my, struggle with my mom at that point. Because I remember my mom would get so upset about it because she would say, that she worked so hard to get out of the ghetto, and then I was bringing her back to it. I don't know, but I remember it was just fun for me, man, back then. It was really cool. But those everyone that remembers that time, it was a fun time. It was like, you would dance against people. I mean, like literally dance against people. And that was kind of the fighting. It wasn't yeah, it wasn't like a bad thing, it was like that's what we did. So it was really weird. Well, not weird, but just what we did back then. You'd go to nightclubs, and different things like that. And like I said, I was a break dancer. I wasn't a popper. And it's funny now that I'm older, everyone wants to see me pop, but it's not about, I didn't pop. I was a break dancer. So that's what I did. But what's funny about it is the fact that I I knew how to pop enough because I would go out and lead people in. Meaning the fact that I would go out, start dancing on the dance floor, and then, people would be like, they would send out their popper, and of course he would just annihilate me. And then my buddy Damon Thomas, he'd come out and take care of business. It was just fun. It's just what we did when we were kids, you know? I know you're going, why is he green? But if you guys know me already, I do that in between thing. Just need to hydrate. Okay. Let's get back to it. All right. So now I'm going to go white. And I do that because the background is white, right? So the last thing I want to do is not complete what the color is supposed to be. Oh, shoot. All right. And like I said, he's kind of old school. I mean, in the fact that how I did him. This is, if anyone from the 80s will totally know what this look is about, because that's what we did. I couldn't afford like a lot of the real McCoy suits, so I would end up going to the auction. It's like the swap meet. And I remember when I went to the swap meet, I found this guy that I would buy these nylon sweatsuits, and I couldn't afford the real stuff, so I would buy these generic ones, and it was crazy because they were so cheap. They were kind of disposable. So I would do all sorts of stuff in junior high. I would do suicides. I would do all sorts of stuff because I didn't really care if I messed it up or not. So it was pretty funny. Now I'm sure you'll see him in more pieces. Um, lots of times I don't want to saturate my pieces with everybody. And not only that, sometimes it's the character and what the character is like and who he is, and what they like doing and stuff like that. Like there's certain paintings that I don't think I would put Bob in, even though he's my main guy. But there's some things that just aren't Bob, and that's just the way it is. But that's the way my world is. Like a good example, Bob is in the hip joint in Laguna Beach. Now, what's funny about that is he's definitely not a jazz guy. But if you notice him in the piece, he's not really, I mean, he's kind of getting rowdy, you know? I mean, it's not that he's not a big fan of late night song. All my characters kind of get along. It's not like anyone hates each other, at least not yet. But there's some things that Bob just, it's not Bob. It's not him. It's not what he does. So I try to keep the characters' personalities kind of in line. Just because, it's a world and I want my characters to, come to life and you get to know them. So when you see them, you see these people. You don't just see me just doing skeletons, and hey, here you go. No, I want you guys to enjoy it. Right? Now, if you notice, I don't have my silent producer with me tonight. Excuse me. He is sleeping in another area, and that's fine. I want, you know, he doesn't have to be with me all the time. I know I hate it if you guys are missing him, but he's with me most of the time. Well, that drinking some water, but it has that the additive to make it like a fruit punch or whatever, and it kind of irritated my throat there. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, but we're too far into it for me to bail. We're too far. We're almost done, I tell you. It's going good. All right. Well, I thank the people that are subscribing. I know. Sorry. I appreciate everyone that's following me and everyone that is enjoying my art. And I enjoy the fact that we're all, watching this boneyard grow. Now, like I said, if you don't own a piece or you don't get it, come down and get it. Because as you see, you're starting to get it. You're going, wow, who are these characters, right? Well, all these characters show up in my world. That's where they show up. So, all right, so. Now, the person that will know my drawing that I took the name from, he'll remember this because this is this. The reason is because this was this A here that I created, he would use in his name. So I'm just, like I said, doing old school stuff. I mean, it's like nothing like they have today. The stuff they have today is like crazy. Now, back in the 80s, we did all this stuff, arrows and bubbles and all that stuff. It was fun. Graffiti was just fun. Now, like I said, I wasn't the best at it. I was good at my cartoon characters. I was good at those guys. You know, it's so funny. I haven't done anything like this in a zillion years. Alex said I used to do shirts and all sorts of fun stuff. I should have like had music of, I should get like music. Yeah, this is all like super detailed stuff. Back in the day, it would take me a long time to figure, not figure, but to do all this stuff. And that says Jazzy if you're wondering. Jazzy. Because that's what his name is Jazzy. All right, I'm almost done. Now, most of the time, Jazzy here, he pretty much always, anytime I'm going to put him in there, I'm probably going to keep him in his Kango. He's not always in his, he not always is in his gazelles, not always. All right. All right. It is time to assign. Oh, that was almost I forget what actor that is. All right. Well, I hope you guys liked it. I kind of like the way it came out. I'm kind of digging it. Let's zoom in a little bit here so you can get a really good view at it. Awesome. What's up, Jazzy? All right. So, I mean, I think it's good. Well, hey, Cotton Candy. How do you think? What do you think? It's coming out good? Came out good? I think it came out good. Oh, there you go. All right. All right, cool. Now let's ask the guy. What's up, Bob? So what do you think of your buddy, dude? I know you got a lot of high school, like, stories and stuff. Maybe one time we'll do a podcast and you can kind of just tell us about yourself. No? Okay. Well, hey, I'm glad you guys came by. I'm glad that all you guys are enjoyed my drawing. Definitely follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Frank W. Perine. And I hope you enjoyed it. All right, we're going to keep on doing Boneyard for a bit. All right? All right, have a good night.